So guys, quite literally outside a place called Labarax. Across me, we have the Mombasa Road Logistics Park, and then right in front of it, I'm trying to mark up the landmarks for you. Right across it, we have the Standard Group. So literally, I'm in the middle of Mombasa Road, and I'm going to trace my way all the way down to Nyayo. Yeah. And I'm here to follow up on the JKIA to ABC upgrade, the 4.5 billion shillings project that is ongoing. And don't miss out, guys, because I'm going to literally detail each and every project. Kindly like, share, and subscribe. Hi. So this is where we are. You can see Bobmill just right there. Quite a famous mattress making. If someone is saying hi there, famous, factory that manufactures mattresses. So we are gonna walk starting here. Like I told you, I'm on Mombasa Road. We have storage central there, trying to mark out the landmarks for you. And let's continue. The drainage here, this is how the drainage is like, and I quite like it, by the way, guys. As you can see, we've been talking about the drainage quite much. And this is where they are at the moment, because they're gonna go all the way up there. Let me show you exactly how the former looks like. This is the path a lot of people would use. As you can see, you know, just normal tarmac, and that's it. Doesn't look pleasing to the eye at all. But this is what's coming up. You're gonna see it in a few minutes ahead of me. So let's go. Asanteni. Aya. Subscribe, by the way. So this is where we are. This is the machine used usually to mix sand, cement, and the likes. These are the blocks, bricks. They were using the same at JKIA inside the airport. And this is how everything looks like. I love the drainage finishing on this section. The reason why I am quite excited about this place is I love the way, everything is coming together, because it looks to me like it's quite a small space to come up with pedestrian walkways and the lights. And don't forget, guys, we have also included the non-motorized section for people, wow, for people with disabilities. But so far, this is how it's looking like on this section of Bobmill, Mombasa Road. Sasa, yes, yes, yes. So the drainage bit, we have the sewer system also being laid at the same time. We have work here that is ongoing, yeah. Doing a really good job with the finishing. That is exactly what is going on, yeah. And this is how the laying is going on. This is a machine they used in doing this job. So Seni, yeah. Hello. Yeah. So guys, remember the rubber mallet? This is what happens here. Hello. So this is the non-motorized section that we talked about, and this is how the place looks like, going all the way down there. So we continue just snaking through so that we can easily just see what's happening. We are on Mombasa Road, literally on this section. That is right there. That is the Standard Group. Yes, that is the Standard Group across there. And this is how the place looks like. This is how the place looks like. I like the fact that there is uniformity in this project. I can figure out exactly what they are trying to do, and I like the fact that they have included people with visual impairment in this. So far, this is how everything is coming up. These are the blocks for the non-motorized bit of it. Then we have the cones. Let me just show you from this section how everything looks like. Yeah, that's where I'm from. It's a short stretch, but they've just begun. They've just begun. These are the old drainages that are also being worked on. Yeah. So let's continue. These are the blocks right here. So right ahead of me, guys, there's a project I want you to see, and I don't want you to miss it. It's a project that is the one that brought me here, yeah? The one that really brought me here before I discovered that they've gotten this far, because the few times I've been on this side, I have not really seen any works going on. But now I'm quite happy to say this is how far they've gotten. So they're working section by section, definitely, like we said. They've literally sectioned the project, yeah? So moja anashika mkia, mwingine anashika kichwa, wengine wako katikati. You know, that is how they're working. And I feel like with that, you might think that they're not moving, but they are moving quite fast because they have different meeting points. So let's continue walking down. It's quite sunny today. Quite sunny today. So this is how the drainages are being fixed. Yeah. This is how the drainages are being fixed. So definitely this is a project. So it's a 4.5 billion project. Between Kenha and CRBC, they're the ones working on this particular project. They're the contractors and they're in charge. Yeah. And this is what they're doing. Hello. When did nimekuacha hapa? So this is what's going on. Hello. So guys, a lot is going on, like we always say. So let's continue walking down as we put two and two together, guys. You know, I can tell you, this is one area that I didn't think they would be able to fix pedestrian walkways. And I'll show you exactly why I thought so. So this has already been worked. You can see that is what will be placed on top of here. So this is how deep it is. Oh my God, there's a big lizard inside there. Wow. So, and the work continues, yeah? So just making my way through. Guys, we are gonna finish this at Nyayo. I don't want you to go anywhere because something awesome is going down around Nyayo, and I wanna highlight it for you. So, look at this. So this is how they've done the drainage on this section, and I think they are doing quite a good job. They're doing quite a good job, and that is Bobmill right there. We've left it behind, and this is the old drainage, but they've found a way, I think, to integrate everything into the system, because we can literally not do a total overhaul. All you have to do is work with what was there and also improve on it. And we're talking about the JKIA to ABC 4.5 billion shillings upgrades that are going on. It's quite noisy. I hope you guys are getting me. So the upgrades would include beautification, capacity enhancement, expansions, and all that. So literally what we are seeing here is more of beautification and capacity enhancement. And it's to just make this section stop being an eyesore and become also functional at the same time, because we know also during rains, these are some of the places that become impassable, yeah? But once drainage is well laid, the sewer system is very well placed, and pedestrians have somewhere to walk. Because you can imagine, you can say people are so used to this that they are still using these man-made walkways literally on the side of the road, which is quite dangerous. And these are the open whatevers that we've been talking about. I can see a lot of cabling going on inside there, yeah? So these are some of the things that we've been talking about, but I'm happy to share that they're handling everything. They're making sure things are tight and looking good. Yeah, they're trying to tie the loose ends. The hanging cables have become quite an eyesore. Yeah, everywhere. I don't know why I never miss the hanging cables. Oh my God, they just irritate me. I don't know why but I like the way they are finishing on the drainages right here. Quite stable, by the way. Quite stable. Yeah, I love this. I love this section of the work. I love to see how it's going. So there is something happening right ahead of me. Yeah, I cannot wait, guys, to get you to that point, yeah? So, tell me more about this. What happens? Why do these cables sprouting from the ground, what happens? I know they're gonna come here in a few. I'm just wondering, what is a pole doing on the ground? Doesn't make sense at all. And then we have the usual, our lightings are the lightings we've always had. Yeah, I'm not seeing them try to replace the lightings. The expressway ones are quite okay. And I think these ones, don't think they need any major upgrades. I hope they're working at night. I've never really been keen. But yeah, this is how everything is looking like. These are the blocks. I've seen them used to line the footpaths. So guys, right ahead of me, I want to introduce you to something that is going on. So far, so good, yeah? So let's go check it out, yeah? So get this final image of where I am and where I am from, yeah? Yes, so let's go check out that other project. So here we are, the Kenya National Highways Authority. They are saying this is the construction of 3 pedestrian overpass along Athi River, Museum Hill, James Gishuru Junction, AA Road, and the Katani Footbridge. Yeah, so this is a project I've wanted to come do for you for a very long time. It's funded by the Road Maintenance Levy, Government of Kenya, and the contractor they say is H Young. And then we have the NEMA license EIA PSL something something, yeah. So let's go ahead and check it out. So it's right here, and we just confirmed it's an overpass, pedestrian overpass. The last time I saw this project, it was just starting, yeah. But so far I can see it has come quite a long way, yeah. Just along Hapo, we are at Subaru, Mombasa Road, and this project is supposed to connect to the other side. I can see Victoria Courts on the other side, and they also call it Panari. Panari is right there, so people are calling it the Panari overpass, but this is how it's looking like so far. So from our observation, the project is still quite far along, but coming together nicely. Yeah, the beams have just been put up. You can see across. Yeah, look at that. So the beams have been fitted, and I think what's remaining is just laying the precast. I'm literally inside an active site, yeah. And as usual, we come across hanging cables again, yeah. Quite risky, yeah. So this is how everything looks like. This is what has been bringing a lot of traffic in this section of Mombasa Road. I've heard a few people, talk about it, and I'm here on the ground to confirm to you that this is ongoing, and it might be the reason why you guys have been stuck for a while. So this section of the buildings, I don't know how active these buildings are, because this section of Mombasa Road, I'm coming across buildings that, are, maybe they're just quiet offices. They look very deserted, yeah? But I'm seeing a few people coming out of them. So this is how we are going. We are on Mombasa Road. I'm just here on the other side of Panari, showing you this new overpass that is being built right here, and part of the JKIA to ABC capacity enhancement. Mnakatianga hapa? Yeah, so guys, I think bado mnakanyaga too. I was wondering where to park because I don't know how safe I am, but they're telling me they usually still just use this place. This is the drainage. This is how they drain it. And yeah. Mimi nimekupoteza kweli na mimi nakufuata. Mimi nakufuata. Eh? Thank you. Guys. What? Yeah. So this is the wait, what? Is that guy serious? My God. Hey, the things I go through. The things I go through, guys. Now you see why pedestrian walk paths are highly necessary on this route, and I see why also the footbridge has been placed there, and that's the infamous Panari. I think that is the major target because of the human traffic on this section of the route. Because one thing I've realized about footbridges is we've had complaints of them being misplaced, and you find people choosing not to use the footbridge instead because it's not convenient enough for them. But this one seems to be very convenient. So we are right here, Uhuru Southern Bypass. Diversion is right there, and then we have the Panari. That is the Panari right there. So that is where the project is going on. So let's continue down as we make out the projects making up this particular corridor, the JKIA to ABC. And today I'm on Mombasa Road. I just started at Bobmill around the Standard Group area, and we are making our way all the way to Nyayo National Stadium, where there is a bigger project happening, and I want you guys to stick around for that. So let me just show you exactly what pedestrians have been experiencing. This is what I'm going through currently. Now what is this? Yeah, this is a bit of what they've been going through, but I know they are going to get to this section. And I remember someone else in a certain video suggesting that some of these companies, offices, corporations should be mandated with ensuring that the outside of it meets the requirements to host, pedestrians, because a lot of them, they're okay on the inside, but on the outside, nikanatembea katikati ya kichaka. What is this? Oh my God, now I see the importance of this project. What's happening? Oh my. I feel like, they take care of themselves, because we have this is Mitsubishi Motors. These are quite big companies, and look at the outside of them. Look at the outside of them. Anyway, let's continue. So that is how the other side looks like, and that's how the other side looks like. So this is how this section looks like. We are right here next to, they say it's 3 kilometers to Capital Center. We are right here at Mikaso Tiles Plaza. They've literally blocked this route right here because I think of the PSVs. They say this is the warning right here. PSV, matatus, dropping and picking of passengers prohibited, yeah? So this is a section of the road that is supposed to be part of the ongoing beautification project. So I'm waiting to see whether they are going to arrive here or reach here. We are at Panari Center, and across I can see Airtel. That is the famous bit of it. We are on Mombasa Road, Airtel section here. So this has been blocked with quite huge stones. They are literally boulders. These are not stones, yeah? So a lot of organization corporations have a reason why they do this. This is to avoid the noise that comes with the dropping off and picking up of passengers on routes, yeah? So I wanted to point out that section bit of it. That is Airtel right across there. Yeah, so let's continue. I'm showing you clips of this thing so that once the transformation is done, we can appreciate it. This is how this place looks like. Yeah, these are the areas designated for us pedestrians. But as you can see on that side, this particular company or building, has decided to beautify their section, but this is where we pedestrians are left to walk on. And you know, sometimes vehicles take advantage and park here, and it's quite an eyesore. It's quite a nice. So this is just along Mombasa Road, yeah. Now you see why a lot is happening. Just look, 1, 2, 3, big, huge potholes of water, yeah. So I just want us to appreciate what's happening. I hope they're going to get to this section of the road, yeah. So let's continue. I know some of you think I'm gonna walk until Nyayo. No, guys, no, I'm not walking until Nyayo. I'll find my way to get there. So anyway. So guys, I'm literally walking under the expressway from a certain section there, because next to what I want to show you where the project begins. And I'm noticing a lot of things happening. You get, there is a lot of jaywalking. People are choosing not to use footbridges, and it's quite risky walking under the expressway. Even though it's part of the project and a green corridor is supposed to be forming here in a while, yeah. I'm realizing that at some point I was literally clutching my bag, like I was holding on to my bag, because I was meeting some really suspicious people and the homeless people who've decided to make the expressway underneath it a home. Anyway, guys, so we are exactly where I want us to begin from. So we are at this point. As you can see, they've already reached there. The groundwork has been done, and we are headed towards Nyayo. It's just a few minutes from where I am, like literally, you know, not that far away. And on this other end, this is the drainage in the middle of the expressway, quite open. The weather has literally changed. Like immediately I landed in this place, it has changed. So you can see across there, work is continuing. We are exactly at this place now. This is what I'm talking about, yeah? Quite risky, yeah? So you can see across there, we are at Latewa Road. I remember I started my project some time back from this place. So let's cross over and see how far they are. We are at Dongpeng, this particular building here. Quite beautiful. I've seen this building when I'm atop the expressway, and at night it's beautiful. So let's cross. So they are here. They are here. Yeah. This is how the work is going on. Last I was here, they had not gotten this far. It must be 2 weeks ago for me. And this place is called the Purple Tower. Oh yeah, the Purple Tower. Yeah, and also the flowers. You see, this is what we are talking about. I think they also came up with their own pedestrian walkway. Now we are at Latewa Road. That is what's called, and it houses several companies here. And let's cross over. Let me tell you, it's quite dusty below the expressway. Quite dusty. The red soil is just annoying. My shoes are no longer their color. What? And the number of homeless people I've encountered, the short distance I have been under the expressway. Oh my God, I was so scared for myself, because I did not expect it, really. Yeah, I try not to put myself in situations that don't make sense. Anyway, here we have the prefabs here. Yeah, this is how the drainage is coming along. I remember I left a heap of soil right here. They were just starting, and you can see this route. This is how it looks like, and a matatu is trying to use it. So this is how it looks like. Let's continue. So I'll start with this side and cross over to the other side, which is also quite active. It may or may not be the reason why there is traffic on that other end. So let's continue. So this is where it ends, but I think they're gonna lay something right there too. So guys, we are at Nyayo. We are checking out the progress of the JKIA to ABC, the 4.5 billion project, especially along Mombasa Road today. I've begun from Bobmill, or if I'm to get another landmark, the standard group along Mombasa Road, and I just alighted here. In between there, nothing much is happening, just the red soil that was poured under the expressway as part of the Green Corridors project, but it has yet to start. We are yet to see exactly what that is all about. I'm thinking maybe they're waiting for June, July, but what I'm noticing a lot is that that project might have a bit of disturbance because a lot of Kenyans have gotten used to using the, under the expressway to be across. Yeah, they don't want to use footpath, they want to cross using, shortcuts. So this is how this place is like down here. And it's a bus stop, but I can see machinery ready inside. So the other side seems quite active. We are going to go back there in a few. So let's continue. I don't think this is supposed to be a bus stop, or I don't think it is designated to be one. There is one ahead of me there, but I guess people choose to stop where they want to stop. So this is what we have here. Yep. Quite risky. So there was a lot going on the last time I was here, guys. You remember they were laying, someone told me it's like the sewer lines for storm water. Yeah. But it seems they've already moved on, they've covered up. So once they're done with their side, someone else picks up on it. And I think the beautification aspect and the coming up of the pedestrian walkways is supposed to start. Excuse me.
Sorry.
So this is how it looks like. Wow. I'm literally doing this while people are from work. Yeah. I've never found this many people on this section of the road. Yeah. So I can see they are way ahead of me, guys. Oh, be patient. I saw that. I thought they had dropped. I can see work ongoing ahead of me. Yeah. Slowly by slowly, slowly by slowly. So here we go. There they are. There they are. So this has been covered. It was a heap of soil last time I was here. And here they are. Here they are. It was a heap of soil here too, guys. Yeah? It was. Hello, hello, hello. Taseni. So this is just right under the footbridge. Just right beneath the footbridge. This is the section they are working on. As you can see, people are waiting to cross. They don't want to use the footbridge. No, like really. Oh. Yeah, so that's what's happening, yeah? That's what's happening right here. Oh, wow. People don't want to use the footbridge. I told you guys, we need a lot of discipline as Kenyans, really. Yeah? I understand that a lot of our footbridges are just insecure spots, but what? Is it that bad? Yeah? So it has turned into a market too. We are so indisciplined. So, oh, I see why. They've closed. They've closed this particular section. And maybe that's why the footbridge is not being used. I wonder why. I wonder why. But anyway, yeah, that's the game we are playing currently. And I need to play that game too. So let me do that. Let me do that. So timing has to be quite perfect here. Timing has to be perfect. Wow. Another crossing. They've closed the footbridge, by the way. I don't know why. It's about to rain in a few minutes, by the way. It's about to pour. So someone is warning me about my phone that I need to be careful. So I'm trying as much as possible to be behind people. So I'm waiting for this other side to open up and we cross again. We are so many, guys. We are so many. Yeah, hopefully the police officer right there is going to let us go in a few. If he closes this route. I hope he does. Oh my god. I hate this game. I don't like this game. This is where things happen, yeah? So we are going guys. We are going guys. Yep. I'm trying not to be in a crowd. Yes, this is the game we are playing here now. Wow. I wonder why they closed the footbridge. For me, I'll just go to this side. What? Ooh. Okay. So this is the other section, and I can see the hawkers are back. I don't know whether they were given a time to be here, but I can see they're back. This section is more or less complete. You know, I can give it like 85% complete. Not bad at all. Yeah, just maybe a little bit of cleaning here, but so far this is how it looks like. We have the blocks here as usual. I can't see men at work here, but this is how it looks like. And if you notice, whenever a section like this has been completed, a lot of Kenyans, you know, they find it really enjoyable to use the space. This other side, I'm waiting to see what will happen. But this is how it looks like a heap of soil. Yeah. And then we still have these few blocks here. So if you can see, the pattern is the same. The design is the same. The red blocks and the yellow line for the visually impaired. And then, you know, it will be like a common feature, yeah? And then the drainage on the side, yeah? Same everywhere, even inside the airport. So that is what we were witnessing, yeah? So the cones are there. And then here the ground has been prepared. Look, the blocks are ready to be laid. So they're working section by section, guys. If you come with me all the way from Bobmill, you realize they're working section by section, you get? And then they have a midpoint, maybe where they're gonna meet up. I don't like the way this side was worked on. You can see it's already coming off. The guy, you know, from Bobmill where we started, the Chinese guy on that end is doing quite a good job. I need to say that because I can see quite a big difference, yeah? You can go compare. I don't like the way this side looks like, yeah? The footpath has been laid well, but there's something about the drainage. For me, I love clean finishes. Yeah, clean finishes stand out for me. It shows that someone is meticulous and they love their job. Yeah, maybe this is because it was among the first that has been put, but I don't like the way I'm going up and down. The other one was just such a smooth walk for me. This one is like it's up and down, up and down. Look, this block is already in. This one is already up. Okay, I don't want to criticize, but just pointing out something I'm noting, because I'm a perfectionist. I am a perfectionist, by the way. For me, it's all about the finishing. If you build something beautiful and then you finish it off in such a way that it doesn't stand out, it takes away from its beauty, it doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, because all this is functional, but there is a beautification aspect of it, you know, that you need to be keen about. And let me reiterate, the section being worked on along Bobmill, that section, that guy is doing a beautiful job. Yeah, he is so meticulous, everything is well laid. I walked on this platform, there was no up and down, it was smooth all the way. Yeah, that's what I'm pointing out. But so far, this is where they are, this is where they've reached, and the weather is trying to catch up with me, and it will not. Yeah, so this is how everything looks like here. So today on this side I cannot see any work going on. Maybe they've broken for the day, but so far a lot to be done here. And like I say, the Nyayo side of this project, I feel like is moving quite unrealistically slow. Yeah, because I feel like it's such a short path. But maybe they were waiting for materials, because this is the time I'm seeing the materials, by the way, alongside it. So I'm just filling in. I have no idea. I'm just pointing something that I did not see and I'm seeing right now. So the materials are here on site. So guys, that is that for the Nyayo side. Now, I told you to stick around until the end of the video, because there is a section that is being worked on. I wanted you guys to see, and it's a section that I've really waited for a long time to see what will be happening there. And I was quite pleased when I passed there a few days back, and I saw them working on that bit of Mombasa Road. So this is the surprise I told you to wait around for. Let's go check it out. So I'm just on the outskirts of Nyayo Stadium, and this is what I've been talking about. Yeah. So I passed here a few days ago, and as you can see, they've started work on this section of the drainage, and currently they've dug up from that side to the other end, and they are working on this drainage, which has been a problem for a very, very long time. Yeah, so this is what we are talking about. Everything about this stadium is quite old, so I know they need to really put in the effort to make sure that it's up to standard. So this is the outskirts of Nyayo Stadium, and they started working on the drainage here, which has been quite an issue, and it's been quite an eyesore for a stadium that we revere and we love and holds a lot of functions, tournaments, and all that. We need to do better, and I think finally it's time and it's turn for them to work on it. So I wanted to show you this bit, and I'm quite hopeful about this, because once the JKIA to ABC project along Mombasa Road gets to this section, I believe a lot will be considered, especially around this stadium, the outskirts of it. It needs to stand out. And another thing that needs to also stand out is to ensure that this place, they do not allow PSV vehicles to pick and drop people outside it, because there is a bus stop right down there across the footbridge. Yeah, so it's about to rain. Oh my god, And on that other section, I can see heaps of soil again. New heaps of soil. Oh my God, guys, it's raining. Oh. What? It's raining, yeah, but these are the happenings. These are the happenings right here on the outskirts of Nyayo National Stadium. And they've started the work on their drainage, which is quite an old drainage. So I'm looking forward to see exactly what the plan looks like. Yeah. So I thought I would find people working here, but it's evening that I'm doing this. I'm not lucky enough to have found them. But then again, I don't know what this rain means for this section. So it's a wait and see. It's a wait and see. So this is how it looks like. Yeah. All we can do is hope that the place will be given its dignity. Yeah. So I'm trying to walk up until where I saw the guys working on. So let's go. Nothing much is happening here. Nothing much is happening here. So we are still moving. We are still moving. So this place, once I saw them working on this place, I was so happy. I was so happy because I know a lot of our visitors are just chauffeured into the stadium. You know, they don't get to see the outside of it. They either just see the gate and then they are in. But for a lot of us Kenyans, it's been quite an eyesore, and we've been talking and complaining about it. And here we go. So there's some work done here too, halfway. And I know they're going to do a good job. I think I saw the CRBC team that day working on this section. This is the old drainage right here. And it goes all the way around the stadium. The other side looks good. This side is the one that I feel has been quite neglected for a while. Yeah. So guys, this is the end of my video right here outside the Nyayo National Stadium. So guys, thank you for coming along. It's about to pour and I need to get myself together and get out of here. Otherwise, you know how Nairobi turns out when it starts raining. But in the meantime, can you like, share, and subscribe? And thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for those of you who come here to support me, encourage me, and those of you who come here to criticize too, you're welcome. This is a platform whereby we are allowed to discuss. Let's talk about our country and let's continue celebrating the developments that are going on. My name is Lola Chila. Like, share, subscribe.